Hello, ninth grade. It's Mr. Applequist. I'm going to show you guys how to animate this picture into a cartoon. And it's not going to move, but it's going to be a cartoon version of this picture of a mug and a tennis ball. And going to show you how to make shadows using effects. So first we are going to get a rectangle. We can select rectangle from the top here, or remember we can use just our shortcuts by hitting R on the keyboard. So I'm going to click and drag to make a rectangle. Then I'm going to turn it into a path by hitting convert to path up here. So I can, adjust it more, edit it, make it the actual shape I want it to be. So now I've converted it into a path. I can use my sub-selection tool. So I can hit D on the keyboard, or I can hit it up here by the arrow, sub-select, or remember I can just hit D on the keyboard. So now I've got the sub-selection selected, and I can drag this to make a curve. I'm just dragging it from the center of the line. So I'm dragging the edge and pulling it to make a curve. I can adjust where this is. I want that to be further over here. I can adjust how the curves are now by pulling this around. I want to see the bottom curve, so I'm actually going to bring down the opacity over here. So now I can see behind it. I'll bring those 2 points in. And again, pull this out to make it curved, pulling it by the edge. I'm going to give it a background too. So let's give it another rectangle. I want to get rid of that wood paneling. I'm just going to give it my own background color. I want the path above it, so I can either go to the layers menu over here and drag it above, or I can just hit Control plus, Control arrow up on the keyboard, or I can go up here and use bring forward. So it's the same color. Let's change the color of it so we can actually see that when it comes forward. Let's make it orange. That orange is kind of ugly. Let's make it blue. And I want the background to have some sort of depth. So let's make it, select the background, that big square in the back, and let's give it a gradient. So we're going to go to fills over here, remember? Fills. We'll give it a color gradient up here, color fill, and we'll give it a linear gradient. And let's pull the dark spot down to the bottom so the light's behind it. We could make the light coming from here, but I want it directly behind it. So I just turned where they were from. I'm going to undo that and redo it again. All right, so I got my blue mug again. I'm going to change the gradient on this just to show you guys again one more time. I've got the background selected. I choose gradient, go to color fill up here at the top, and I want linear gradient. So I want to pull this dark spot down to the bottom, and I want this light spot, go back to fills if I undid that. So I just clicked fills again over here. And I want the light to be coming from the back of the picture. So I've got the opacity down on the rectangle right now, right? Let's see what the opacity is. Yeah, the opacity is only at 69%. So to bring it up to 100%, and now my background is gone. So that's what I wanted to do. And now I want to give this mug, I want to give it a shadow, right? So let's give it a drop shadow. And we're going to up the blur to about, let's do 50. See what that does. So you can kind of see it behind it. Let's up it to 100 so you can see it a little bit better. 100. So now I can see it a little bit better. We're also going to make it go further below we want it to go below our mug. So we're going to change the y-axis to, let's make it 60. See, now it moved below it further. And I think the light's coming from a little bit over here, so I'll move the x-axis to 40. So that's how you give something a shadow like that. Also, let's give it an inner shadow. Make it a little bit more three-dimensional. We're going to give it an inner shadow of, let's give it an inner shadow of 60. See, now that just gives it a little more roundness to it, right? Now it looks like an actual object. So let's move on to the tennis ball. So we're going to do the same thing with the back. Well, we'll just do a different background, as in we'll do a regular white background for this tennis ball. If we want to, we can get fancy and go back and give it the colors like the ground, but we don't have to do that. So let's bring down the opacity of it, and let's make an ellipse over it. So we can go up here to this drop-down menu if we want, or I can just hit E on the keyboard to make my ellipse. So I want to make the same shape as the tennis ball. So I want to move it over on top of it. It's not exactly the perfect size for it, so I'll adjust it, pull it in a little bit, bring that up a little bit, and that's pretty close. Perfect. So I'll change the color of it to something different from the background. We'll make it kind of that neon green. And bring it a little bit closer to yellow. That's good. And I'm going to give this a drop shadow, remember? So let's give it a drop shadow. So I select the ball. I'm going to give it a drop shadow. Let's make it a big drop shadow, so make it at least 100. And we want it below it, right? It's over here to the right, to the bottom and the right. So you can do negatives if you want it to be above it, but we want it to be below it. So we're going to let's start off with 200 below it. It needs to be really far down. So that's pretty close. 200 below is pretty close. With the X, we want to go to the right over here. So I think if we go positive numbers, it will go to the right. If you do negative numbers, it'll go to the left. We want positive, so let's give it 50 to the right. That's not bad. We could go a little bit more. Let's do 70 to the right. That looks pretty good, I think. So let's bring up the opacity on our background. And now it looks pretty close to where the ball was, to where it was before. Let's give this an inner shadow too to make it look a little more round. Give it an inner shadow of 100, see what that does. Pretty cool. And that is how we do some shadows. So I hope that helps you guys make things look a little more realistic. I hope that was easy enough to follow. So you guys are going to save this and upload it just like you do everything else. Remember, go to File, Save to Cloud As. I've got it mug tennis ball, so put your name. You can just shorten it to mug if you want. I'll just shorten it to mug. Brian Applequist mug. I'll save it. Then we export as a JPEG. So remember, we go File, Export JPEG. And then that is what you upload to Google Classroom. So you guys can change the colors of these, but make sure that you guys are making it mostly look like this. All right. I will talk to you guys in office hours if you guys have any questions, and have a nice day.